Happy 25% tariff day, everybody. And just remember how we got here. Thank the PPC, everybody, for turning around and lying to everybody about their opposition to vaccine passports and mandates, while their candidate was pulling in 1.4 million individually for signing a contract for his own company to get $7.9 million to create a vaccine passport that was used to suppress the rights of Canadians. So all of you people who got mad at me for pointing out how much of a fraud the PPC are, you need to take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself why you're mad at the person exposing the corruption as opposed to the party that gaslit you all about their stance on so many issues, and then the second that they got caught, they pretend it was a nothing burger, right? They say, oh no, we got rid of this guy. You got rid of David Yu in 2024 after the Conservative Party of Canada exposed the grift around vaccine passports and applying for contracts under First Nation status that were not going to First Nation companies to be finished. Okay? So everybody needs to take a big step back, take a deep breath, stop being mad at me, and start being mad at those worms in the People's Party of Canada who gaslit you all and ensured another 4 years of Justin Trudeau. Make no mistake, folks, these people in the People's Party of Canada were never trying to win. Okay, Maxime Bernier in the last election, instead of working overtime in his riding to at least have one MP from his party, he decided with about 2 weeks to go that he couldn't win his riding, and so he went to swing ridings that other PPC candidates could not win. They couldn't win. They weren't polling to win. He went to those ridings to try and help suppress votes on the Conservative side and to try and drum up support for the PPC, which enabled the NDP and the Liberals to pick up 20 seats in that election, just with the differential on PPC votes. Just with that differential on that. That has nothing to do with the massive amounts of voter suppression that we have been throwing at. They threw at the Conservative Party candidate that was thrown at all of us, right? So again, if you're mad at me for exposing this, that's on you. It's not on me. I'm not the kind of guy who gives a rat's ass when rats and worms, okay, lie. I will expose you. I don't care, folks. You know, I'm not here to play some political game. I'm not here to run around and get clicks for whatever reason on X. I came to this platform specifically to fight back and to get our rights back in Canada, because it's absolute nonsense what's going on, and too many people are getting played by these grifts. If you don't understand how things roll, let me lay it out for you right now. The government of Canada funds money to people online to promote their BS. They fund people to lie to you and me. They fund people to censor you and me. They fund people to turn around and harass you and me. Now, when it comes to the Conservative Party of Canada, they can only raise so much money, they can only spend so much money during election campaigns, but the federal government has billions of dollars that they can use at their disposal to sell you any lie that they want. And it's perfectly legal for the government to lie to you, as we have all seen. There's no accountability. And this is why I keep trying to warn everybody right now. If you think that this next election coming up is going to be a slam dunk for the Conservatives, you have not been paying attention whatsoever. Justin Trudeau should have lost in 2019. Justin Trudeau should have lost in 2021. He won both of those elections with intense help from the Communist Party of China and the World Economic Forum. And you could say the exact same thing about David Eby here in British Columbia in October 2024. It took them over 3 to 4 weeks to figure out how the election turned out because they kept magically finding enough ballots until David Eby won the bare minimum majority. So you see how things are rolling here in Canada? We are being told by everybody that the one party that's been standing up against the Liberals, the one party exposing the corruption around the pandemic, is no better than the Liberals. So the people that are telling you this, the People's Party of Canada that are telling you this nonsense, folks, They're all doing it because they're working for Justin Trudeau. I guarantee you, some of the money that was coming in from David Hughes, some of the $91 million he raked in federal contracts under Justin Trudeau, was being directly fed into the People's Party of Canada for propaganda material. We need to get our democracy back. Surrendering our democracy is what people in Canada have done for over 20 years now. And because we've surrendered our democracy, China has been more than happy to come in. Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Aga Khan, they all know that they have more sway in our political system than Canadians because our governments are relying on their key voter blocs. That's the truth, folks. I'm just laying it out for you so you understand. Okay? I'm not saying the People's Party of Canada is full of demonic, evil, possessed people. I'm saying that the people running it knew what they were doing. They knew it was a grift all along, and they suckered people into it. Well, stop being the sucker. Stop falling for it. Stop posting their clickbait garbage that is full of lies. I see it all the time. I try and expose it, and I shut it down. Folks, this next election is going to be make or break for Canada. If this next election is a complete gong show farce, you can bet there is going to be a massive, massive surge of people in Canada suggesting that we become Americans because our system is that broken. We have one chance to fix this, folks. One. And it's important for every single person to understand what I have been saying for years. You need to get out, get a membership in a party that can win and help nominate candidates in that party that share your values. Work with other people that share your values to make sure that you guys all get the candidate you want at those nomination meetings. It's critical because if you can't be bothered to go down and help nominate the candidate that you want to elect, somebody else is happy to do it for you, and they will pick a candidate who is compromised 90% of the time. If it's China doing it, if it's Somalia doing it, if it's Afghan doing it, if it's Aga Khan doing it, they will pick the candidate that will do what is best for them, not Canada. And that's what we've seen. 50,000 dead from overdose. Our government doesn't even blink. Doesn't even blink. We have children dying 3 a month from overdose in British Columbia alone. That used to be 3 a year, folks, before Trudeau came to power. So when little kids are dying from preventable stuff, and the people poisoning them to death don't even go to jail anymore, you know we are living in very, very, very dark times, folks. We need to fix this country. If we can't fix this country, it's finished. There's no point in being Canadian anymore, because what Canada was is not what Canada is today.